How are you doing, folks? This is Dr. Chris Cueto, TheStickDoc, coming to you now with a few helpful hints and moves for your hip. Before I even go on, please make sure to subscribe and like into our channel. So, a couple people have been asking me already some good, helpful hip mobility exercises. So that's a pretty broad thing to ask me, because there's a lot. I could come up with so many different things. Straighten your core, straighten your glutes and all that. But you know what? I'm gonna show you a few things that's in slow motion, also in real time, with a good hip mobility work. This is coming from the Functional Anatomy seminar, folks. This is basically FRC, or CARS of the hip. So I'll show both the right side and the left side of the hip. So pay attention.
So this is called CARS, or Capsular Articular Rotation for the hip, taken from the Functional Anatomy seminars, or Functional Anatomy Systems, FRC. From here, we're sliding the left foot up an imaginary wall on the right, and we're bringing it all the way up as slowly as we can, controlling it into what we call an external rotation of the hip. From here, we're transitioning that rotation, and we're bringing that foot slowly downwards, and we're bringing the knee up towards us. So we're getting into more of a hip flexion of your hip. And then we're going to go into a slower transition by bringing that left foot outward, or swinging it outward. Remember, you want to take your time. You want to take ownership and control of this joint. Understand the movement and try to keep your posture as straight as you can while also engaging your core. So from here, we're now swinging that left foot out, and see how slow as that could be, and bringing that hip into what we call internal rotation. We're going to start feeling the glutes fire up as well, keeping your core engaged. Now, we're getting to transition as we're bringing the hip laterally to the side, and then now we're going to swing that hip and foot into extension by bringing it backwards. From there, you're going to really fire that glute max as it's getting into more of that hip extension. And as we go slow with this, again, try to take ownership, control your movement, control your joint, keep your posture straight, engage your core. Self-check yourself if you need to. Now, from here, we're going to slowly transition from that hip extension into bringing that hip back into neutral position. That case, we're going to go, once we hit that neutral position, we're going to reverse that move. Now, coming up, I'm showing you a speeded or faster movement, just to kind of see or get the idea from that side, and of course, from the lateral side.
Okay, and that about does it. So, again, these are movements that have to be slow and controlled. If you're speeding it up, you're going too fast, you're not controlling yourself, you're not holding yourself accountable. You need to make sure that you're taking full ownership of the movement of the joints, every single muscle that's involved. That is an important thing to do, okay? So, without further ado, if you have any questions, go ahead and visit our website at www.heraldsquarechiropractic.com. And again, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel. See you soon.